What up, what up, what up? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Wednesday night hump day. Hope you all ready for a fun stream because we have fun things to talk about. Got a little DC, a little Sony, and of course, Marvel. So, as Josh would say over at the Den of Nerds, buckle up your buttholes. Because we are going to have all kinds of nerdy fun tonight. So fill your cup and light your smoke. And get ready to nerd out on this here Wednesday night stream. What up? How's everyone doing? Welcome to this Wednesday night stream. And you saw this wasn't my fancy intro. And if you'll recall, week before last, our main guy Justin was on here with me. And we announced that this would be an every other week thing. Well, guess what? It's the other week. So Jay's going to be coming on here in a bit after he takes care of a couple of things. What's up, Brooke? Are we wrong about KANG? I know that's now a legitimate freaking question, ain't it? And obviously, I think it's a big question because that's what I did on the thumbnail. So, yeah, we are obviously going to dive deep into KANG and Colman Domingo. No Diddy. I will say this for right now, though. There are other possibilities. So, trying to figure out some stuff to watch. Kind of want to see the Expanse. Yeah, yeah. Another channel that you guys have heard me brought up any number of times. Sidetrack. They do a lot more straight sci-fi shit, barely any comic book shit. So, yeah, the Expanse gets brought up a lot on that channel, and it's always in glowing terms. That is, at least that community over there considers that to be some top-notch fucking sci-fi. So, yeah, we could have King variants. There are many possibilities. There's many possibilities just within the character of Kang, and then there's many possibilities outside the character of Kang. So, yeah. Been enjoying the new Dune show. See, I have not yet watched a frame of it. Quiz Ideas have some video on Dune, but also on so much other sci-fi and sci-fi horror books, shows, and movies. Quinn's Ideas, is that the name of the channel you've been watching for your sci-fi? That's cool. I should maybe look them up because I like some good sci-fi coverage. I mean, I don't spend a lot of time on here, obviously, talking about the entirety of the sci-fi genre that's out there, because let's face it, that's a fuck ton of stuff. And if you want to talk regular ass sci-fi, you probably need a whole channel just for that, aka Sidetrack and evidently Quinn's Ideas. Well, that's cool though. I mean, multiple perspectives on a subject is never a bad thing. Helps you think. And if it triggers the fuck out of you, at least you know that you don't like that train of thought, and you can concentrate on other shit. Yeah. What the fudge? Get out of there. I don't know what the hell that was. I don't think you guys saw it, so that's good. Something weird just popped up on my other monitor over there. Oh, The Thing, the classic and the 2000s. Nice. And the Watchmen animated movies. Yeah, I haven't watched those yet. What up, Lotus? How you doing, man? What's good? Streaming is good. Cannabis is good. Sex is good. Booze is good till the next day. Food, always good. Having shelter. There's a lot of good things. A 50-minute video on The Thing, huh? That's there's a lot of history with The Thing, so yeah, that's probably a pretty cool video. Just hoping for we're all just hoping for a good 2025 in many respects, not just in this little nerdy corner of our lives. You know? So, buckle up for crazy times. Yes. Am I ready for Marvel Rivals? I'm ready to watch other people play it. I'm definitely ready to watch other people play it. That could, that actually have skill with video games. I am not one of those people. My lack of skill is legendary. Exactly. Yeah, it is free. So I may download it just to freaking have it in case I get a an urge of sorts. And just because it's Marvel and I like to have Marvel stuff in my possession. Even if I don't do much with it. I can be like, yeah, I got that shit. Brooke says, I recommend Warhammer Space Marines as a good game. It's not super difficult, just reasonably, challenging. I loved Space Marines too. Yeah. You and Josh are not the only people I've heard good things about that game from. There are others. How you doing, Lotus? How are things in Lotus Land? Space Marines 2 better than Space Marines 1? Cool. There's also this game called Warhammer Dark Tide. It's a cool ass title. Kind of long, but I got it because it was on discount. The gameplay looks cool. Well, I mean, yeah, and if you end up not liking it, at least it didn't cost you full price. So that's always good. Have you guys, speaking of Rivals, have you guys seen all the fucking character skin drops they've been putting out lately? Like I got a few people in my Twitter circle that are very much into that, and like so I see all of this shit. I'll tell you what, the Wolverine looks fucking sick. And there's Black Widow looks fine as fucking Marvel Rivals. Yeah, I've seen that too. And they put in the Hulk Wolverine fastball. I don't know if y'all saw footage of that. But I thought that looked sweet. Maybe I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. I thought it looked pretty cool. Where is that footage? No. Yeah, that's that skin. Oh, there it is. All right. Check this shit out, y'all.
Catch! Spike catch! Spike catch! Spike catch! Spike catch!
How fucking cool is that shit? How fucking cool is that shit? I believe Doctor Doom is in Rivals. Well, folks. It's time. He's here. What up, guy?
What's up, man?
Oh, not a lot. Usual. It's Wednesday. It's time to talk some nerdy shiz.
Yeah, is it the good nerdy stuff, or is it the low key might trigger Justin nerdy
stuff? There's one little bit might trigger you a smidge, but that's about it. Like I'm not talking about that show from Monday whatsoever tonight. So
I mean, you can. I just didn't see it. So
yeah, well, that's all right. I mean, I had the watch party and then I talked about it for like 2.5 hours with Ned last night. So I'm actually kind of good on it for a minute.
Well, I do have a question for you when the time is right about it. So
oh no, go ahead, man. What is
it? There's a little discussion in the den yesterday.
Yeah,
I asked like genuinely why you know what's the appeal of the show, you know? And a couple comments came in and I basically said, you know, hey, look, I don't know, man. I feel like this is really a bad spot because this is not Star Wars. The Force, apparently, I can't speak to it that clearly, but like the Force is barely a factor at all in this show. And I mean, the core lightsaber, like I don't see it. So, what say you?
In terms of it being like Star Wars, yeah, it till like the very last scene of the second episode, yeah, that lacked. It was, you know, there was no Force until that last little key float. I would say the appeal is, well, honestly, the way the show's designed, it's going to miss people your age completely. Like it's going to hit with kids. Like a bunch of people in the chat on Monday night were watching with their kids. Their kids were locked in. They're loving that shit.
Yeah.
And children of the 80s like myself were just getting bitch slapped with like childhood nostalgia, childhood adventure nostalgia feels. So despite the I would say that Jet in and of itself is appealing enough to enjoy it. But unless you're like either a child of the 80s or have gone back and become a massive fan of like the Amblin era of the 80s, or you're a child now, this show's probably going to miss you a bit.
But do you not see where I think there's kind of an issue?
Oh yeah,
Because it's like
they did not
I'm
make
sorry,
this show
like
for
if you're
broad-based
telling
appeal
me
like they should have.
you can't appeal to younger audiences by still using the Force and the lightsaber, I
Oh
think
no,
there's a problem.
yeah, no, I'm
Now
I'm
this
not
just turns into
disagreeing with
another
that
show.
point. Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with that point at all. I'm just saying there's like what? Oh, shut up. I'm just saying there are other things that will keep people locked in despite the lack of that. And especially, and it'll work. And like I said, it's going to work best for like young children and people that literally grew up with like the Spielberg and the Hughes and the all that shiz. And honestly, it also helps. It helped me also being a big fan of Pirates of the Caribbean because there's a lot of that shit in there too.
Yeah, I heard you saying that a lot. I mean, that just turns into another franchise. It's just not. It's not. I don't know. I feel like Lucasfilm is really setting a bad precedence. I think it started with Andor, because like, yeah, this. You're making non-Force shows cooler than your actual Force Jedi lightsaber wielding shows, and that's a problem.
Yeah, no, yeah,
that's a real problem.
But I do not disagree.
Justin hates Star Wars. Noah, you're completely right. If you add current Star Wars, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Anyways, what's up, Noah? What's up, Brooke? How you guys doing?
What up, Noah? What up, Brady? Hope everybody's doing good.
But yeah, I don't like that, man. I really don't.
I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you, and I don't disagree. If they hello, Malice, and you're gonna fuck up my camera, so goodbye, Malice. I love you. Go away. All right. Oop. Did it stay? Okay, cool. Doing better now. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Noah. But yeah, no, I don't disagree with the fact that they need to quit fucking around and like actually get, give us a lot of Force. And I want my space wizards. God damn it. Give me all the space wizards. But at least when it comes to this specific show, the other aspects that they are leaning into, for me, I still find quite entertaining. And like the mystery part that they're building up with this planet, that actually has me curious. What up, Dan?
Dan. What's up, man?
Like the mystery of that planet is actually pretty compelling. And they're building it up quite nicely. So
I just think I think you could almost tell the same story and make all these kids Padawans.
Yeah, you could tell a very similar story with them all Padawans, for sure.
I think it'd be 30,000 times cooler.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Like, for example, I think I said this the other day. I don't know. But like all you gotta do is literally make these Padawan learners or like younglings or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make them get stranded on a ship, basically like that Ahsoka episode, that Ahsoka episode where she's taking the younglings to go get their crystal.
Oh yeah, in the Clone Wars, yeah.
Basically, make them get stranded out there and have some type of problem happen with whoever was their supervisor.
Yep. And the cool part about that episode, which we are probably not going to get in this, was they got Hondo.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Hondo.
Hondo is awesome. I fucking love Hondo Onaka. Oh my god, he is one of my favorite characters that they brought in with the Clone Wars.
I like him too, but like he's not enough to save a show for me.
You know? Oh no, I wouldn't go. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far either. But it would be awesome because like him being in the Clone Wars puts him in the category of legacy character for me.
Yeah,
so. and they're doing a goddamn pirate show. So, I mean, if you're gonna if you're gonna drop even a minor legacy character in, that should be the one.
And Lotus says, "LOL, Broom Kid."
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah, what the fuck happened to that kid? Like,
Um, he looked up at the stars longingly, looked at his rebel symbol, and then we never heard from him again. He probably got accidentally stomped by one of those animals when he was asleep or some shit. Who knows?
yeah, W franchise right there.
Yeah.
W franchise.
We actually could get Cad Bane back and Mando and Grogu if they want to come, if they want to swing back to that, because I am 100% convinced he ain't dead. That
No,
little that little blinky yellow light says some kind of system kicked in, and he is not dead. I don't. Did they show Hondo's ship, Dan? I do not recall this.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you saw someone's. You saw on someone's breakdown they found Hondo's ship at the pirate port hangout. I'm gonna need to know specifically who the fuck that someone is so I can check that shit out. Dan, pretty please and thank you. I need to see this. I need to see what they think they saw, and I need to know, because if that's actually true, that'd be dope. And then if it's true, and then we never see Hondo himself, then that'll give me another reason to spend about 5 minutes shitting on Lucasfilm. So it's a win-win.
They make it so easy, bro.
Yeah, I admit it is like it. I don't go for like the lowest of low hanging fruit, but you know, there's the lowest of the low, and I will more than happily stand up on tiptoe and just swat the fuck out of this layer right there.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't know if they even know what they're doing at this point.
No, because if they knew what they were doing, we could figure out what they were doing.
Yeah,
and the fact that we have no clue means they have no clue.
Yeah, I'm just tired. As I said, man, I'm tired of having situations where I can come up in my brain with a better, off the cuff too, with a better story than what they're putting out. It's just it's very, very annoying at this point.
Yeah, no, I on that point I completely agree with you. 100 per fucking cent. Oh, thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. If you do find it, drop the link in my Discord, please. All right. Well, I'm good on that. Are you?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
All right. Cool. Let us move on to the other thing that's going to trigger Justin tonight. Andy Serkis was in an interview. As we all know, Andy Serkis's most recent foray into the world of cinema was as the mocap basis and voice of Null, the symbiote god, in Venom, The Last Dance, which is still a stupid ass title. So this article comes from, comicbookmovie.com. Venom: The Last Dance revolves around Eddie Brock and his symbiote attempting to stop Null from escaping his prison on Clintar. He requires their codex to do so, and that's destroyed when Venom seemingly sacrifices himself. That actually was a cool scene. The Xenophage are also defeated, and the King in Black is left trapped, but awake and eager to take his revenge. Venom: Let There Be Carnage director Andy Serkis voices the villain, but reveals he was brought in relatively late in the day to help bring Null to life. I will now pause for the surprise. Okay. Hi, buddy. No, sorry. You screw up my camera too much. Say hi. Hi. All right. Bye. All right. Talking to Screen Rant at Fan Expo San Francisco 2024 about his feature as the character, the actor and filmmaker said, "Well, that's also very interesting. I really genuinely have no idea. It was very much, can you come in? It was quite the last minute, actually. Can you come in and do the voice for Null? So I came in and did it on the stage. Circus continued. There was talk of this could go on. He's quite a big character. And I was like, yeah, I know that. That's just kind of funny. Well, let's see what happens, actually. Let's see here. Rumors have swirled for months that Null will be Spider Man 4's big bad. So if a return is planned, that's where we'll get to see more of Null. Marvel Studios will need to better flesh out the villain and improve on the VFX utilized in Venom: The Last Dance. Yeah, as that face reveal drew a mixed response from fans and unflattering comparisons to Morbius, and they're not fucking wrong. When we talked right, yeah, okay, usual director bullshit. Okay. So, imagine my shock when I heard that Null was a wee bit last minute. Let me think about this. No, bro. Sir, what is your deal? I'm gonna need you to stay away from the desk while I'm streaming. You fuck up my camera. I know you don't mean to. I know there's no aggressiveness in it, but you're a big thick boy. Look at you. And you cause damage. So I need you to not, okay? Thank you. All right. Oh, I do. I love my kitties too. Oh, you found it? Awesome. We may have to check that shit out after we're done with all the news that we care about. Exactly, Noah. Thick boy causes chaos. Oh yeah, that's right. You're a mod. You can throw it in the chat. Nice. Cool. So yeah, as opposed to, sometimes having to speculate on the idiocy of Sony, although they do seem to enjoy dangling their basically dropping their stupid nuts on our faces. Yeah. No, it was last minute.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Gotta love Sony, man.
Yep. I don't know like how in depth we can really go into this, but Jesus Christ, like, can Sony at least find a way not to fuck up publicly? and in large scale.
There's NDAs for a reason.
Right, exactly.
Oh man. Why can't Sony just do what they need to do and make sure Spider-Verse is put out soon?
Oh, it's rock stars. Okay. You want me to listen to Eric Voss talk about Hondo? I may do that. But yeah, fucking. I mean, obviously, like I said, this is just a little tidbit. We don't have to spend too much time on it. But on the other hand, there's just something. It's the old train wreck syndrome. You know what's going to happen. You know it's going to be ugly as fuck. But every time you see it, you just can't look away. You have to acknowledge it. You have to be like, God damn.
That might be you. I'm on the edge of almost treating them like Star Wars, where I just literally don't give a fuck. It is annoying at this point that they keep on pushing out trash when they don't have to. They could. We realize, right? They could just sit off the coattails of Kevin Feige and Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Just have them release anything and everything that has to do with Spider-Man.
Yep.
And they still get to keep the rights.
Yep.
They don't have to do a thing.
Nope.
They choose to release this dog shit stuff, this unplanned, unthought out stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just left like, oh, Sony's gonna do it again. I hate Sony. They can't even get the things that they do get right correct still. Because, guys, I mean, bro, we literally have a dime piece in the Spider-Verse movies that they got. And we're over here letting Haley Steinfeld do everything under the sun, get married, have her whole entire honeymoon before we have her even sit in the booth. This is stupid. I hate Sony. Sony's really got to get their priorities straight. And yeah, hi Griff. How's it going, bro?
What up, Griff? Noah says this might be a weird question, but even if it was last minute, if it was fire and it worked, where's the fault? Sounds like they had a revelation for what might actually work for the next 5 to 10 years. I would say that if it was last minute and it worked, cool, but it's their history working against them in this case. Like if they had a cool, like if they'd been actually successful these last few years with anything outside of when they had Feige's help, yeah, it wouldn't be a thing if they were all of a sudden like, oh fuck, let's just go ahead and put Null in here, and then it worked. Or even if it was the same, like if things had been good till this point, it wouldn't matter so much. The problem is the track record is dangling a big ugly shadow over everything they put out currently. So all mistakes are now magnified.
And we're also saying worked. It's like a quote unquote worked. This thing only somewhat worked because Venom is in the name. That is literally the only reason this somewhat worked.
Yep.
I love our boy Josh, but homie does not give a fuck about the what is it? Overseas numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Venom, because it did nothing domestically.
Oh yeah, no, overseas. Yeah, this movie was saved by everybody but the U.S.
Yeah,
at least box office wise.
and we're saying, like they only made 400 mil. Like,
yeah, it wasn't even that much.
A bad movie for Marvel is 400 mil. Like, this is ridiculous. We're doing, as I said, quote unquote worked. It didn't perform. No one here in the US was like, yeah, I'm clamoring, I'm chomping at the bits to go see freaking Venom 3 The Last Dance.
Right.
No. It's mainly because of them too. They fucked up on Venom 2.
Yeah, that didn't help much.
Like, again, quote unquote, did well.
Mm-hmm.
They could have the easy route and just literally do Spider-Man, well, Spider-Verse, and probably make a bill.
Yep, for sure.
But they don't want to. They don't want to do that. They rather beef with Lord and Miller, anyways. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh wow, they made it up to 456. 133 here, 322 overseas. So yeah, it's a 2-to-1 ratio basically. Overseas spent $2 on Venom 3 to every dollar we spent.
Yeah, that's still not good.
Roundabout. Yeah, no, it's not. Not at all. But yeah, so it made double what the Marvels made, actually. More than double. Marvel's only grossed like 200 million, a little bit more.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's not a high bar. It's not a high bar at all. Even though I actually enjoy the Marvels.
No, it's like having the cleanest skin at the acne clinic. I mean, it's not hard to do.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so I just wanted to bring that up and shit on Sony a little bit.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I'm ready to barbecue Sony at any point of the day.
Cool. Just make sure you bring the good sauce.
Fuck Sony, dude.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, Venom 3 did have some good scenes, Brooke. I do agree with that. Oh yeah, the Marvels didn't make shit, Dan. They did not make shit. Let me see here. What was the actual final total?
And it came after something that was pretty fucking bad, right?
No, it went that was the year it went Quantumania, then Guardians 3, and then the Marvels.
But then Secret Invasion as well.
Oh yeah, there was the Secret Invasion debacle on Disney Plus during the summer. Yeah. That definitely did not help.
Yeah.
at all. Yeah, 206.14 million. Yeah, that was ass. That was complete just fucked.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Good at all.
But I also think that got beat up because of what came after.
Yeah, it definitely took a lot of Secret Invasion damage.
Yeah, kind of
For
like
sure.
Agatha.
Yep. Yeah. But you know what though? Agatha actually hit 5 on the original charts. The finale hit number 5.
That's good. That's
So,
good. As I said, I think it'd be way more even if Acolyte didn't come out before it. But
yeah. No, I agree.
we'll never know.
Nope. But I'd say that's kind of an indicator of how good that show actually was. Is it still managed to overcome a very similar thematic show and still chart more than once. That was just the highest it's charted. It's been on the charts a couple times during its run. So I mean, congrats to Jack Schaefer and the cast and crew. Like they put together a good fucking show. They actually put together a good fucking show with characters that we like. You know, like Wiccan's gonna be dope, bro.
Exactly. I like him. I like him a lot, actually.
I'm very serious to see, or very not very serious, very curious. I'm very curious to see how they're going to treat the look of Hulkling, because he's a very distinctive looking motherfucker.
Yeah, luckily I think we got a while for that.
I don't think we have too much. I feel like we might get him before the end of this saga. I don't know about Doomsday per se, but it would not surprise me if he pops up between Doomsday and Secret Wars and then is in Secret Wars as well.
It's still a while though.
It is a while.
I got time.
Yeah, totally. It's going to be interesting though. Like those two in the comics together are like the power couple. They're super popular. Yeah, and that could be Noah. A Wiccan show could be exactly what could come out between Doomsday and Secret Wars, where they introduce Teddy, aka Hulkling, who is really only named Hulkling because he's green. He's not actually a gamma overloaded rage monster. He's a Scree Crawl hybrid with bat wings.
But within that time, they need to we can't just get another Wiccan show. I think he has to pop up in an actual movie to give him more of an attachment to people.
I would agree with that.
You think?
I would agree with that. That's the because that's the you got it. No, that's Scar. That was Hulk's son Scar, an actual Hulk. That got that stupid fucking drunk surfer haircut. The fuck was that shit?
That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I know. I'm like, God, this finale's bad enough, and then he comes trotting in. I'm like, what the fuck is this even?
Yeah, man. Oh.
What the actual are they doing? Christ. But yeah, so yeah, we can agree. Sony sucks. Marvel's on the comeback. Next year's going to be interesting because it's basically, let's just not forget, a good third or more of that is still a phase 4 product dump. Oh, shut up, Lotus.
Lotus a troll.
Jesus Christ.
I
mean, they could give Scar a redesign, or they could just pretend they never did that and we never see him again. I'm good either way.
Yeah.
You know?
There's ways they can do it, man.
There are.
Dave Filoni, that shit. Or John Favreau it, or whatever. Whichever one. I get them fucking confused nowadays. Cowboy Dave.
We're bringing him back into Marvel. That we're talking Favreau here.
No, I'm saying Cowboy Dave. That shit. Wreck on it.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah,
wreck on it, man.
Dave does love to disregard shit that he's like, I'm gonna do it my way. Oh shit! I thought you were hitting a vape for a second. I'm like, what? But yeah, no, I said it's a water bottle. I saw the handle, but at first I was about to. I was about to get all interested.
Blowing O's are my blowing O's days are upon me.
Oh, okay,
That's all I used to vape for is to blow O's. I mean,
right.
yeah, dude. You got me down in the dumps about fucking stupid ass Sony.
Well, that's all right. You ready to have some fun?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, we're going to switch to some DC now. All right. So, earlier today, Grace Randolph did report that the Superman trailer, which was originally reported to be dropping for the press on December the 9th, according to Grace, it got pushed back till the 16th. So that, of course, sparks questions like, why are we pushing it back yet another week? Is this just kind of a scheduling thing? Is somebody at DC or even above James at Warner Brothers not happy with the trailer? Like, has there been like internal screenings we don't know about, and people are like, you may want to change this and this. Show less of this, show more of this. Like, what is the deal with the delay this time? Because if I recall correctly, this is like the second time reports have had it pushed back again. What do you think?
This is the same James Gunn that was like basically gloating that he's gonna right the ship, right?
Yes, that would be the guy.
Fuck you, dude. I'm saying it, man. James Gunn doesn't know shit. He just like, bro, you can't do all this random shit. I'm gonna just release it for the press first. Just release the fucking trailer, bro. Just release it,
right?
Man. Like, dude, stop making this a whole big ordeal because DC ain't shit right now. Fucking just drop it. I don't care about all this dumb shit, bro. Just drop the fucking trailer. It's so ridiculous that there has been nothing but drama going around with this stuff. You have a weird fucking what is it? Introductory picture of him where he's putting on his weird ass boots while there's the fucking end of the world happening behind him. Then you say you're just gonna release it to the press, and then later, then you postpone that. Then you keep your all while you're still talking shit online because you can't fucking keep your mouth shut and just be a fucking exec at this point. Dude,
yep.
James Gunn. Just drop a fucking trailer, bro. You're fucking stupid. Stop being a fucking baby. Stop fighting with a fucking guy that's supposedly in his basement in Josh. Stop it.
Yeah, god damn it.
You're supposed to be above that, bro.
Put this
be above that.
And put some spec on a goddamn basement.
Oh man. It's so annoying. Just fucking release the trailer. Is it ready or not, James? Is it ready or not? Do you have something to show everybody or not?
Exactly. Well, first of all, what up, Jared and Lou? Welcome in. How y'all doing?
Nice.
And speaking of Gunn talking, and he needs to just drop the goddamn trailer. Where is it? Here it is. A mere about 8 hours after that, Gunn did pop open his mouth. At James Gunn from JQ 2077. There's been some reports on Twitter that your Superman trailer will be released December 16th. Is this true? And is not, can you please tell us? James Gunn says, nope. So evidently, it not only is it, I mean, technically that means it's not getting pushed back to the 16th, but evidently that also means we still don't fucking know when we're going to get it. Does it mean possibly that the reports of the 9th are still accurate and we could get it this upcoming week? Or does it mean that we now have no fucking clue what so goddamn ever of when this fucking thing is going to come out?
I mean, out of spite, bro. Out of spite, Kevin Feige would have just dropped it today.
Right, yeah.
Like this,
That would
how
have
I
been
know
awesome.
he's
If
not
he that would have been awesome if he actually had something to just be like, you know what? Fuck you, bitch. Bam.
yeah, man. Like, I'm sorry. If I was in James Gunn's position and I'm calling the shots, ooh, I would have used today as a day just to be like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Boom. Here it is.
Yep. Yeah, I
Boom.
mean, if you're gonna get petty in favor of the fans.
Oh man, do it in a way that people will respect.
Exactly.
Like people get on my head coach Nick Sirianni all the time
Mhm.
about how he's like pretty arrogant and flippant. But when he does it in a way that's respectable,
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, he's standing on his business.
Yep.
There's nothing you can say. There's
Just
nothing
like
you can say.
Just like everything in life, it's all about the delivery. You can say almost anything. There are obviously things that should not be said that a lot of people are still too fond of saying. But in general, you can be a cocky ass motherfucker all day, every day, if you're delivering it right.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Noah, yes, the other point. He says false reporting by Grace. Well, that brings up a very salient point. And that salient point is this. Gunn has been lying his ass off since he's been on fucking social media. So if you're asking me if I believe Grace or if I believe Gunn, I believe Grace. Because how many goddamn lies has Gunn been caught in? Like,
and my thing is, bro, if she's false reporting, then when's the trailer dropping, dude?
exactly.
Why didn't you say that? If she's false reporting,
yeah.
When's the trailer coming out, man?
Yeah. And and it seems like there's, correct me if I'm wrong, Noah, but that almost seems like, oh, okay, there you go. Never. I'm not saying she lied. It's possible she's getting some false information. Yeah, it's true. Her sources could very well be mistaken, operating on slightly older information that actually exists. Very possible. But given their respective histories, I would believe Grace if she told me the sky was green over Gunn telling me it was blue at this point. Because Gunn is so full of shit these days, he squelches when he walks. His shoes make this sound. That's how full of shit he is. Exactly, Dan. Gunn hates leaks.
Yeah, but there's a I mean, Feige hates leaks too.
Yes.
But
Feige deals with leaks in a different direction. He'll just grab the lawyers and wipe out your fucking Reddit.
Honestly, do that other than lying on fucking social media for everybody to see. Because at least I understand, like, yeah, people were taking out information that shouldn't be taken out. Like, okay, yeah, I'm sure there's an NDA probably signed somewhere in there.
Probably.
Right to do it. James Gunn's just making himself look fucking stupid because when this bitch comes out on the 16th, what's he gonna say?
Exactly. And again, it wouldn't be the first time he's flat out said something ain't going to happen. And then next thing you know, oh, look, it's confirmed in the trades. Exactly. And we all know the trades fucking are basically the studio's mouthpiece. Like, they don't print shit the studios do not want them to print. What was that story? I think it had to do with Star Wars. Yeah. The trades came out saying Star Wars or Lucasfilm was looking at making Tony Gilroy like the Star Wars guy. And like within hours, next thing you know, that article is gone, taken down. Disney was like, the fuck are you doing? Get rid of that shit, which is good because it obviously ended up not being true. Thank God. But I'm just saying, like, the trades can't fuck around. The studios will shit on them. So you had it right the first time, Lou, is with the apostrophe S, by the way. And the answer is me if I cough too hard, unfortunately. Has Gunn given us any inclination that we're getting the trailer soon? Out of his own mouth? No. No, all the reports on when we could see the trailer are coming from insiders. Slash scoopers, slash, whatever you want to fucking call them.
And yeah, I think so too, Delta Dan. But like, I also think like that was kind of. I think it's a. I hate to say it, but I think it's a little different when it comes to how Deadpool was, because that was almost a part of the fun. And I think even Feige was having fun with that shit.
Yeah, I mean, even Reynolds, like some of those set photos that came out, he was pissed off about, though. If you remember, like he came out on the TwitX and was like, I wish y'all would knock it off just a bit. So, right. Ryan Reynolds, when it comes to how Deadpool's handled, is really no different than any other studio executive. He wants to be in control of the narrative and what information comes out and when.
Yeah.
Right. So
at the same time, he understands, like, yeah, this is building some crazy hype.
Yep, for sure. And that's probably why Feige lets him get away with it, because like anyone who's hold on, god damn it, cat. You fuck up my camera, I swear to Christ. What? Thank you. I love you, but fuck off. The fuck was I saying? Oh yeah. I don't remember. What the hell was I saying? Goddamn cat. But oh yeah, Feige going nuts with Reynolds. Literally everyone knows Reynolds is like the next greatest hype man since Flava Flav. So Feige is more than willing to give him at least a little bit of leeway in that respect, I would imagine. Oh, you come here. Yep, you did it. You fucked up my camera, you little bastard. So Reynolds is, yes, exactly. He's a promotional mastermind. All right.
And even that too, I do think Marvel itself is very in touch with, the audience.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they get it. I think at the same time, do they hate it? Yes, but do they understand that this is kind of how the world works at this point? Nothing is a secret anymore. Yeah, they kind of do that too, but when you get a little too crazy, they'll nuke you off the whole entire internet.
Yeah, see, that's the massive difference between Feige and Gunn, and why Feige, which makes Feige much more awesome than Gunn. Feige doesn't bother. Feige either says it on the screen or when he snipes your ass. He doesn't come out on social media and just start dropping confirmations or denials or any of that other bullshit. He just does what he does, gives the interviews he gives, avoids the question he avoids politely, and if you fuck around too much, he'll he'll wipe out your Reddit or banish you to Instagram, like if you're can we get some toast. So
yeah, at the same time too, he also, I mean, shit, he also realizes he's fucking this like the everything to Marvel right now.
Yes, that's true.
He doesn't need to bother himself with this stupid Twitter wars that Gunn does. And one day Gunn might realize that, and it might be when he's no longer at DC. So who knows?
Yeah, entirely. Lou says, do you think they leak their own stuff sometimes for hype? Oh, 100% they do. Yeah. But
because that's a free test.
Yeah, and they will do that. They will leak their own stuff again because they're the ones controlling the narrative and the information. Rather than to have some rando inside source leak something important to some rando insider, and next thing you know, it's all over fucking Twitter. And they're sitting back going, God damn it. If they make the decision, they're totally fine with it. And I guarantee they do leak their own stuff sometimes. Exactly. No, Feige himself has said they've put out false info to make the scoopers look stupid. Mm-hmm. You're dead ass on that. So Yeah, it's just all about controlling the narrative. Gunn attempts to do it on social media. Feige just does it from behind the scenes. And guess who looks much less like an asshole?
Like, here's the difference too. Like Feige, when things go wrong, it's almost. I mean, he does come out when things are a
Yeah,
little rocky, but it's like you're not leaving the press another nugget to be on your ass about how shit something was.
yup. Dan says they probably leak a lot of stuff they don't know will be in the movie and maybe a deleted scene. Like Justin said, a free tester. Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I would do it all the
Yeah.
time if I was in there because it's just
Mhm.
like, yo, is this hype? Should we throw this in or should we chop it up to deleted scenes?
Exactly.
Throw it in there. Just, oh my god, someone saw this one. People go insane about it. Oh, you drop the rest of the clip in there. They do it all the time.
Bro, your obsession is killing me right now. Maybe they're leaking the stuff about Coleman as Kang. Well, see, no one, the King part is speculation, and we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah. So once again, we have a situation where we're getting reports on stuff that's going to happen at DC, and then Gunn is popping off, and the odds are still in favor of him being full of shit. And the insiders slash leakers slash scoopers are actually telling us what's really happening.
Shocker. Dude,
I know, right?
I mean, he belongs at DC.
I mean, yeah,
Par for the course of DC.
that's true, and that really sucks because I'm ready for a good DC.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm ready for a decent Superman that doesn't feel like the same Superman we saw last time and the same Superman we saw last time.
right? Cat just trying to get 15 seconds of fame. Well, he's about up to a minute 15 at this point. Fucking prick. I love him, but goddamn. Yeah. Spread your ass on the floor and stay the fuck down there. Fucker. So he grew up from Marvel, trust in Gunn. No. No, Gunn talks too much on social media, and the out of his last few efforts, I have liked maybe one, that being Guardians 3. Like the Suicide Squad was a big old goobly glob pile of shit with a ginormous starfish with a bunch of coochie looking suckers on it at the end.
That was
So yeah, I'm Gun is on my you better fucking prove yourself to me list now, especially after the Suicide Squad. Like, bro, Marvel was like college. He's ready. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you're that optimistic. I'm not optimistic. I'm just hopeful. Like, I hope he can keep himself in check. I hope he kept himself in check for the Superman movie. Am I optimistic about it? No. I just hope that's going to happen. Is Guardians trilogy not proof enough? No. The Guardians being popular was an anomaly, as proved by the entirety of Phase 4. So, and even then, Guardians 2 was mid. Like, I didn't dislike it as much as a lot of people, but I definitely don't argue with them when they do. You know, so are we giving the Creature Commandos a shot? Yes, we are. Matter of fact, I'm glad you brought that up. Are you guys still wanting me to do a watch party tomorrow night? I know we talked about it on the other day.
And I'm going to answer for myself. I will not.
Right.
I will not. I'm taking a nice break from Star Wars. I mean, I don't know if it's a break from DC because it's yeah. But yeah, no.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do the watch party tomorrow night. So here's the deal with that. They're dropping 2 episodes. I think they're both like around a half hour each, right? So we're looking at about an hour watch time. Here's the thing though. Tomorrow night on the Prime Thursday night football game is a ginormous divisional matchup with my Lions hosting the Packers. So I'm totally down to still do the watch party, but I want to start it at like 8:30 so I can watch, if not the entire second half, at least the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, because God damn it, it's the fucking Packers. I hate them and I want to watch them lose.
I need y'all to lose. That's what I need.
Yeah, well, fuck you. No.
Jared Goff, throw 10 interceptions this time. Hopefully, y'all can...
shut your fucking cake hole, bro. I love you, but shoosh.
Well, Eagles fun. We need another one.
But yeah, so I have to make time for both. Damn right, Lou. Yeah, no, that's fine. Whatever works for you, sir. We support your hate watching. Well, it's a win-win because I love my Lions and they're playing the Packers. Well, I hate all our division rivals. Let's just be real right there. If you're in the NFC North, I fucking hate you if you're not my team. Like that's just the way it is. So, and the Packers actually have a good record. They're like a 9-win team right now. Yeah, so, yeah. So, number one, it's a big divisional game in general. So, we need to win. Number two, we are still holding down the number 1 seed in the entire NFC, and I wish to maintain that so we can get a wild card bye. So I need to see that too. And I need to see them dash the hopes of other teams like the Eagles as well. So all in all,
I mean, we're smoking people.
You are, yeah, no, you guys, right yeah, no, the Eagles scared the fuck out of me. I ain't even gonna lie. Like
we got dogs now out here tackling Derrick Henry like it's nothing.
Yep. Yeah, no, you guys are scary. I think yeah, like the Lions and the Eagles are the teams to watch. Yeah. Delta says, yeah, that's a game I want to watch, even though I'm a 49ers fan. Haha. Damn, we all NFC rival. Yeah, you can fuck right off.
Hey, don't kick him while he's down. They're in shambles over there.
Yeah, well.
Christian McCaffrey's hurt again.
Yep. Yeah, I know. No, 49ers are going through it, but you know, I'm one of those sports fans, and you can still fuck off from the NFC Championship game last year. Chris says we just fired our head coach. Yes. Wait, who just got fired? Chicago. Yes.
I mean, that was deserved though.
Eberflus earned that. We should not have won that game. The only reason we won,
and y'all get one playoff, is
31
seconds with a timeout, and y'all get one playoff is insane.
Yeah, no, he fucking earned that. They'll dance. You probably hate my team. We took out the Eagles and the Lions last year. This ain't our year, so go Lions, I guess. No, you drop the guess, just period, right after the word Lions in that sentence. It's not you guess, it just is. Go
last year,
Lions.
We were bad. Okay, Eagles, we couldn't stop a cold if it was hitting us in the face.
Yeah. The NFC North is crazy. Yeah, the NFC North is pretty crazy right now. The Vikings are just still weird. They're just still weird. They hang around an annoying amount. Like when they should just go away, they just and hang on.
Sam Darnold does just enough for them to pull it out at the end.
Yep, exactly. That's what happens when you draft them Georgia Bulldogs, says Jared. I mean,
true.
Eagles
got all of them basically on the line.
It seems like it, doesn't it? Shit. Dan says, I got a lot of fam and used to live in Philly, so I kind of have a soft spot for them too. I mean, valid. Totally valid.
It's different for me. I've never even been to Philly, so
yeah, I've been to Pittsburgh one time, but I have not been to Philly. Dan says, I've watched Goff since he went to Cal, which is like 40 minutes from me. Glad him found a spot on to Detroit. Yeah, well, outside of him looking like the reason LA got rid of him for like his first few games, he's definitely settled in quite nicely.
And then throwing 5 interceptions.
Yeah, well, shit happens every once in a while. That's he got it all out of his system now. Now we're good. We're good. We can run now. Those Viking games have me on the edge of my seat every damn time. I literally only watch the Vikings when they're playing the Lions. Or unless there's literally like they're my only football choice at the time. Like if I have any other choice, I choose not to watch them. If they're my only choice, sometimes I choose to watch YouTube or read.
Yeah, I have Justin Jefferson on my fantasy team, so
you got to be a little invested.
Yeah, but Sam Darnold acts like he doesn't exist sometimes, so it's just like, okay.
And that's wild because that's.
Oh yeah, he's a monster on the field.
I mean, you're in terms of like dope ass wide receivers, he's basically Moss 2.0, but better, honestly.
Yeah. Then I had a friend that used to play on the Vikings too, but he's now a Jet. Matter of fact, he scored on Sunday too.
Oh no shit! Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fucking JETS Jets just.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that boils down to. Bunch of drunk airplane pilots on that team. Yeah, Falcons falling off hard right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins, guys. This is typical.
Yep. Yeah, Kirk Cousins is very streaky, and his good streaks are generally much shorter than his bad streaks.
Yeah. He's kind of like a Dak Prescott, just
less talented.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. That's
fair. Yeah. Oh, Dan's got Jefferson on one of his teams.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he knows my pain.
Exactly.
Weeks anyways.
Oh, Darnold been neglectful, has he?
Oh, he acts like he can't throw to him.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that sucks. Oh yeah, Cousins on the bench when he went off for like 70 points. Damn. That sucks. Yeah, you're dead ass, Lou. We all know Cousins had a ceiling he hit a long time ago.
Yeah, he's still.
I can tell you exactly when that ceiling was. That was you like that game. That was it. That was when he went thump.
Mm-hmm.
Slammed his head on it and maybe punctured it enough with his head to kind of be stuck there.
Yeah.
Kind of cartoon like.
I would agree.
But yeah. For sure. Cousins gets them money though. Yeah.
Yeah, his I would love his contract negotiators because Jesus, they milk every dime out of what they can.
Yeah, he's got some talented agents. That is for fucking sure. They can get that motherfucker paid like he's 3 times as good as he actually is. Of course, I don't know if you've noticed, but generally when he gets these big paydays, it's because his agents are signing him with teams that are like barely hanging on to like existence, much less legitimacy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cousins is a good guy to get you out of a ditch. Like he's good enough to get you out of a ditch and to a point. But that point isn't that far past the ditch.
Yeah.
You know?
Falcons got good players too. That's what sucks. They have like decent players. They just can't find a quarterback. I mean, they have a rookie, but I mean, he's a rookie, and you don't want to just throw him out there right now to get killed in his rookie season.
Exactly. Jared says he maxed out his potential. Didn't think he'd have this long of a career. Well, he's been fortuitous in the fact that his contracts tend to end when there's at least 2, 3, maybe 4 teams that are in such a shit state quarterback wise, he can find a job. Like he's got awesome timing. That's how he's making his money. He's around right when a team is so fucking desperate. They're like, we like that, Kirk. We like it. Ask us how you like it. We like it. Here's some money.
Man.
Yeah. He'll get you to or close to the playoffs, then crumble. Like a cheap cookie. Like dry weed. He doth crumble for sure. All right. I'm gonna let you play with the chat for a minute because I got a tinkle.
All right, and then we'll get to it because I gotta go to live.
Okay. Yeah, then we'll get into this whole Colman Domingo thing.
Oh Lord, chat. When are we gonna learn? It's time to get rid of KANG and just not care about him anymore, guys. When are we gonna learn? Google AI he's made almost 300. Yeah, dude, Cousins has made a ridiculous amount of money for being middle of the road, and same thing with Dak Prescott, dude. Like, these guys are making more than Pat Mahomes, guys. Like the GOAT in my mind, he's already the GOAT, but they're making way more than Pat Mahomes. And Dak sniffs the second round, and he didn't even think about the Super Bowl. And Cousins barely can think about the playoffs. So it's insane. It's insane that they've made so much damn money. I have not been playing Marvel Rivals yet, but it is downloaded. It is downloaded. It doesn't release until I think like 5:00 tomorrow. So I'm ready. I can't wait. I think I'll be streaming with Josh a little bit tomorrow. Not I think. I know I'll be streaming a little bit with Josh, to try to help him get that freaking 200 wins. Over TB12? Yes. 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 Like it took. Yes. I'm just gonna say yes because knock on wood.
Come here.
Both are amazing, but like I'm gonna stand on my business and say Pat's diffy. Like Tom was good at throwing, yes, but that's all he could do. He never had to. Mahomes does everything better than Brady does, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mahomes is Brady's reign as the GOAT is going to be much shorter lived than any of us ever anticipated originally. And that is going to be because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Is it the third?
Yeah, the third, yes.
Yep. So, yeah, Brady will hold the title for a while yet, just because Mahomes hasn't been around long enough to rack up the stats, but he's smashing all Tom's early stat records. So
because he's halfway there, and it took Brady 20-something years.
Yeah. Mahomes is on track to do everything Brady did in like a third less of the time. Basically is what that is. Do we think he'll get outringed? Maybe. I
don't even think he'll get outringed because let's be real, there's some ballers as far as quarterbacks go right now that can carry a team. Just
True.
not carry the team as much as I think I can. But like Josh Allen, he's a human cheat code.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson, a human cheat code.
Oh, he is the human cheat code. Like that dude. Every week I scroll through Twitter and it's like, oh look, is that Madden? Oh no, that's just Lamar Jackson being Lamar Jackson.
Even my boy Jalen Hurts, he's pretty nasty too.
Oh yeah,
Joe Burrow, I feel bad for that man because dude,
yeah.
he's throwing like 400 yards every freaking game and still losing by one touchdown.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a defensive problem right there. Well, of course, you know what though? One thing I've always said, yards don't really matter for a quarterback stat. It's touchdowns. If you're throwing 400 yards a game between the 20s, you still ain't doing shit. God, bro. Come on.
Yeah, he's been to 4, lost 1. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, already been to 4. Already. Not complaining about how do we get on football? I don't even remember.
I don't remember either, but let's get it back.
All right. So, where are we at here? I got to do this. And then I got to do this. And then I got to do that. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's just a little thing that kicked off all kinds of talk. This comes from comicbook.com. The title, Colman Domingo confirms Marvel Studios talks. But is he the new Kang? Actor and playwright Colman Domingo has earned some massive fan cred thanks to his role in Fear the Walking Dead and has long been a fan favorite pick of actors who could join one of the big franchise universes. Marvel fans sort of got their wish when Domingo was cast as the voice of Norman Osborn in the upcoming animated series Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. But it seems he's been discussing a possible role in the live-action Marvel Cinematic Universe as well. In a new interview, Colman Domingo makes it clear that he is talking with Marvel Studios, but that it is currently more of a carte blanche offer he's more than willing to consider. I have had a meeting with Marvel, yes, but it wasn't specifically about anything, Domingo revealed to Screen Geek. They literally sat down and said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, "I don't know. What do you got for me?" So we're having engagement, of course. Who would not want to be a part of the MCU? I just wouldn't want. Okay. Goddamn these fucking professional allegedly places and their fucking typos. That should probably read, I just would want it to be right, not wouldn't want it to be right. Fucking morons. And something that is created for me and something where I feel like I can give something of myself to. So we'll find out what that is. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm patient. Colman Domingo's name has been circulating around the MCU rumor mill for about a year now. It was around the holiday season of last year when we started hearing that Domingo would replace Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror after Majors was embroiled in a major relationship scandal and trial. For his part, Domingo was very demure about the whole thing, claiming to know as much as we do, rumors, and that while his team had talks with Marvel, there was nothing concrete to discuss in terms of specific roles. It's funny how people are online talking about this, and I was like, what rumor? Who? Where's this coming from? I just didn't think about it. The next day I woke up, it's everywhere, Domingo told Vanity Fair early this year. I do remember that article. My team has had conversations with Marvel about some aspect of the MCU for years. Do I know this to be true or not? I actually don't know, he added. I feel like my team doesn't bring me something unless it's real, so I don't know. I could be in conversation, but I'm not sure. I would welcome a conversation around it. That quote was from back in March of 2024, so it seems there's definitely some forward motion across the year where Colman Domingo went from hearing rumors about his MCU involvement to having actual meetings with the studio. The question remains, what was discussed? Blah, blah, blah. 8 things we want to know from our DJs doing the MCU. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So... Mr. Domingo has confirmed, knock it off, that he has spoken with Marvel. Was the meeting actually about just basically a brainstorming meeting? Like, hey, we want you. What do you want to do? He's like, hey, glad you want me. What do you want me to do? I would bet precious things that the meeting did get a bit more specific than that. You know,
I would assume so.
yeah. Now, of course, when this news, when this article dropped, naturally, as the article alluded to in the title, a lot of people's first thoughts went to, are they fucking bringing Kang back? Is it possible that the Kang gang gained enough traction to where Feige would consider bringing Kang back? Personally, after all the hype they've been trying to build around RDJ and Kevin's flat out refusal to even talk about Kang in any way, shape, or form in interviews for months now, I don't think so. I still don't think we're getting Kang back. I don't think I was wrong about us not getting Kang back. I think there are actually better options for Mr. Domingo's talents than being Kang or even a Beyonder version of him. Now, if they hired him and just literally called him the Beyonder and didn't reference Kang in any way, shape, or form, cool. I'm that's Gucci for me. I'm fine with that. But I don't think they're going to bring Kang back at all. I think there are much better options. Like my first choice, if you're going to bring in an actor the likes of Colman Domingo, you better throw his ass in a vibranium suit. That's number one. There are other options that would be dope. The MCU looking to adapt Blue Marvel has been brought up here and there, but enough times to where I think it's safe to say that Feige's highly considering making a move in that direction and bringing Blue Marvel into the MCU. I could definitely see Colman Domingo playing Adam Brashear for sure. I would say those are probably, at least in my mind, those are two more likely scenarios than them bringing him back to play Kang. And of course, like again, if they bring him back as the Beyonder without referencing Kang in any way, shape, or form, he's just there to be the Beyonder. Cool. And also, I think even more likely than them bringing up the name Kang. But is there, like, would Feige be tempted just as a challenge to find a way to weave Kang back into the story? I mean, it's not, there's no way in hell he's ignorant of Kang's current reputation, especially after Quantumania. Like, he's smart. He knows what people think. He knows more. He knows there's a Kang gang. I guarantee he knows that. But I also guarantee he knows that more people are way more hype about Doom than they would be about the return of Kang. So, from a business perspective, even with even bringing in an actor the caliber of Colman Domingo, and the dude has a very impressive resume. I still don't see him I don't see Feige all of a sudden going, you know what, that Kane guy, I think we can make that work. Not after everything they've done to go completely away from him. I think there are better options. What about you, homie? What you got?
I think we got to get off this thought that they're gonna just take the time and rewrite a story, other than to say, "Oh yeah, he was working for Doctor Doom."
Right.
No point. The hype level is for Doom. They kind of already settled down all the talks. Well, they settled the Kang problem, if you will, in Loki season 2. There is no point. There's no point in doing anything that could jeopardize their effectiveness or execution by adding in another variable at the last minute for Kang. Be done with the character until later on. Now, can I see him playing something else? Of course, there's definitely a plethora of different characters he possibly play, and I would want him to do that instead. I don't think he would want the stench of following behind the majors shit.
Yeah, especially based on what he said when he was talking about he wants something that's created for him.
Yes.
So, I mean, just going by that essentially rules out Kang
Exactly.
right there. Because Kang's already kind of, well, stuck with the stench O majors for a while, you know?
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy to think that we're gonna get another Kang and that this it's actually wild to think that this was the meeting that he was going for, was to talk about him being Kang. I don't understand that. And especially even the way you put it earlier, we want you, I want to be with y'all, or whatever you said. When you were joking. Even that is like, okay, we want you kind of in the long haul, not just to be killed off next episode. You know, it's just no. Kang makes zero sense for him to be playing, for Coleman to be playing him. Just in all aspects.
Yeah, that's a point I thought of myself and forgot to mention, so I'm glad you brought it up. Coleman's too good of a fucking actor for them to one and done him. Like, if they're gonna bring in a dude like that, they're gonna want him around at least for a minute, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, hell, he doesn't even have, even because this meeting doesn't even mean he needs to be showing up in before the end of the multiverse saga. They could set him up with a dope ass role in the mutant saga. Yeah. I mean, there's Bishop.
A whole bunch of shit they could do.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, was I wrong as I asked on the thumbnail? I don't think so. No. No, it still makes zero sense. I mean, is it understandable that that's like a lot of people's first thought? Yes. Exactly, Matthew. They haven't even recast Black Panther, and also welcome in. How you doing, bro? Hey, Daniel, how you doing? But yeah, like he said, he wants a character for him. Number one, which rules out Kang because that's still oozing majors. And honestly, there really shouldn't be a rush to bring him in. You know, figure out exactly what you guys want to do, and then you know, then work it. Then take a little bit of time to work him in. You know what I'm saying? So, exactly. Yeah. So
yeah, I think the earliest we see him is in what, 3 years?
Yeah, I would say so. He, you know, you say they sign him to something even after the holiday break, like or Q1 next year, right? Like, confirm Colman Domingo signs with the MCU. Still don't fucking know what. You know, there'll be all kinds of speculation. What could it be? People will talk about fucking Kang again if a contract gets signed. You know they will. But honestly, even if they do sign him, I don't think it's going to be for anything before Secret Wars. I think they'd be saving him for a repeat role in Phase 7.
Yeah.
Or so, you know.
I definitely agree. I don't think that. Yeah, don't. I mean, if I'm him, I'm like, hey, don't rush my shit.
Exactly.
Good point. So,
yeah. Of course, if I'm him, I'd also be like, yeah, I don't want you to rush my shit, but you better do better than you did with Mahershala, you motherfuckers. Like, don't rush, but don't dawdle. I ain't trying to wait well, by the time we actually see Blade on screen, 7 fucking years. You realize that shit was announced in 2019,
Yeah.
and earliest we're going to see Blade is 2026 because they're filming it next year.
I mean, at least they're still committed to it. If this was under Lucasfilm's umbrella, it'd be straight up canceled by now.
Oh no, it wouldn't be canceled. It would just be paused in development and like shelved.
Yeah, true. Very true.
But yeah, get that Blade movie made. Well, they are. It's official. They're filming next year. I can't remember when exactly. I feel like it might be Q2 at the earliest. But yeah, no, they're filming it. Make Michael B. Jordan a Black Panther variant and run with it. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I would, just because of his age.
How old is he these days? Was he in his?
Oh wait. He said Michael B. Jordan. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yes, he did already play Killmonger, but who's to say that in another universe that Killmonger got raised in Wakanda?
True. Very true.
And then maybe something weird happened to T'Challa as a kid, and since he was the nephew of the king, that would have given him a reason to possibly challenge for the throne himself and end up becoming the Black Panther, but without being the Chillmonger dick version of a character. That could be easy, that could be made to work without too much difficulty, honestly. And I definitely wouldn't be mad at it. Michael B. Jordan's a hell of an actor, and I think he would do a damn fine job as the Black Panther, if not T'Challa himself. What the hell was his actual government name? All I remember is Killmonger.
That's a good one. Hold on.
Are you gonna check that shit out? Cool. Matthew says the opposite of Star Wars was Indiana Jones 5. They had like 5 or 6 scripts and 2 directors, but it didn't matter. But Harrison's tenacity to see it made is why it was made. I mean, yeah, you don't fuck with Harrison Ford.
It's Eric Killmonger.
Oh, his last name actually is Killmonger. Okay. Shit. I thought that was a nickname. My bad. Okay. Oops. Oopsie. So, but yeah, still there could, he could be Eric Killmonger, Black Panther in a different universe where he was raised in Wakanda. Maybe he still could have been born in the U.S. like he is in the 616, but was not left there after his dad got killed by T'Chaka. Like T'Chaka was like, God damn it. Sorry about your dad. I'm going to take you home. Take care of you. Just change that one thing.
Yeah.
And that would work. You could have an Eric Killmonger Black Panther without him being like Psycho Killmonger.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to make it work. I ain't gonna lie, they would have to prove it to me.
No, dude, yeah, dude. Yeah. I get that. They would have to it would be I don't think it wouldn't be an easy sell. I don't think, because the love for fucking Chadwick as the Black Panther and the character of T'Challa in general is large.
Yeah.
So they would not have an easy go of it. But on the other hand, people dug them some Killmonger in Black Panther. And people dig Michael B. Jordan in general anyway. So it would not be an easy ask, but it would not be anywhere near as hard to ask as it would be for other actors. I think.
To me, wait. RDJ was due now. It wouldn't be too much. Yeah, I see what you mean, Delta Dan, but the reason why it's harder stretch for me is because Killmonger. Killmonger is already in the universe when we have T'Challa, right? He's also evil in every other universe that we see him in. He's also a dick every time we see him. Like he was
a dick in the afterlife.
Exactly what I was about to say. He was literally there to give her an evil pep talk. So like that's why it like I love me some Eric Killmonger and I love me some Michael B. Jordan, but it's kind of almost for that character I like him. You know what I mean? He makes a perfect Killmonger in my opinion.
Yeah.
Why does your audio fade in and out, dude? I wish I knew. I really don't know.
I'll tell you exactly why it is because you're not maintaining a constant face sucking with your mic. Like when you get going, you'll do one of these, and then you'll be right back, and then you do one of these, and then you'll be right back.
Yeah, but it's even like it used to not be that bad. I don't know what it is. It's I gotta open my Logitech stuff real quick.
Yeah, go for it, man. Do what you need to do. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, Matthew says I just don't see Daisy having that much. No, Daisy has nowhere near the kind of cachet that Harrison Ford. Very few actors in Hollywood have the cachet Harrison Ford has. Let's be
real.
We
talking about Star Wars.
I'm addressing Matthew's chats. But yeah, like Harrison, in terms of just being able to walk into a meeting or a studio or walk onto a set and just be like, "Hey, we're doing it this way," because fuck you. He's on that tier. He can do that shit. And that's very rarefied air. There aren't a lot of Hollywood actors that can do that nowadays. Not like there used to be. I don't know if you can notice, but Hollywood is less about the actors and more about the directors now. The directors are the stars these days. The focus has shifted. Yeah. So yeah, Daisy, even if the focus was still on actors hardcore, Daisy still wouldn't have that leverage. She hasn't been around long enough. She hasn't done enough. So yeah.
Either way, I think I don't even know how much leeway Harrison Ford would have over at Star Wars, man.
Yeah.
Maybe for him to say, I'm not saying that in this scene.
Yeah.
That's probably about it.
Yeah, that's still more than a lot of people get, especially at Lucasfilm.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Cruise even had JJ do what he wanted. Yeah. Tom Cruise is also on that level. He's been around. He's been around for 40 plus years, and they've been, with a few exceptions here and there, it's been a strong 4 fucking decades. So yeah,
I mean, shit, even The Rock has that cachet.
Yeah. Yep. To a point, he has it. Well, he had it at DC, probably not anymore. He still has some cachet over at Disney though. He's done a lot of good things. Harrison Ford told them to kill him off, and they did, right? Yeah, that is true. He's like, I'll. That is true. Yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford is not to be fucked with. I mean, that's just the long and short of it. He's just one of those people that is not to be fucked with.
It's funny because Harrison Ford was like, I see where this ship's going. Get me out of here. Kill me now.
Exactly. That is for fucking sure. That is for fucking sure. All right.
I do feel bad for Daisy Ridley though, because like it's not even her fault, man.
No. Exactly. Yeah, it's totally not her fault at all. I mean, it's not like she's an ass in interviews or anything. She's a nice lady. She's very sweet. She doesn't talk much shit at all.
She's the gold standard of how Lucasfilm should want their PR done from their actors.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, shit, that whole entire cast of what was in those in the sequels, all of them are pretty much a PR dream that they should be wanting, and they don't reward them.
Nope. Nope. Yeah. So yeah, Daisy is not Daisy's fault. Just like, I mean, I really don't think they're gonna make 6 fucking Ray movies, even though they allegedly have 6 of them in development. That's just not gonna fucking happen. There's just no way. Um, but regardless, whatever Ray content we get going forward, the quality of it is still not going to be Daisy's fault. She's there. She's following the direction. She's saying the lines. She's there doing her job and she's getting her bag. So, respect. Do your thing. But
Yep. She's
she
been
there's
smart the whole time, man.
exactly. And let's face it, I don't care how good an actor you are, unless she's not awesome. She's better than she was in the sequels back in the day. Like, she's better now. But I mean, she's still not like a top tier actress in Hollywood. So there's only so much she's going to be able to do if the material sucks. You know what I mean? Like, there's some actors out there that are talented enough to elevate even a really shitty script. While she's good, she ain't on that fucking level. You know? Larry and Harrison wanted that on Return of the Jedi. Harrison wanted to die in Return of the Jedi. Wow. Didn't Anthony Mackie on some talk show quote for? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Like, let's film this piece of shit. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Then it says Mark wanted to get the girl or go dark. Luke got no girl. Leia was his sister, and he gets to the edge of darkness and doesn't go over. Yeah, pretty much.
Star Wars is so great. It's so great.
Yeah. All right. Did we want to check out that new Rockstars video? Because honestly, I've used up all my subjects and we've gone pretty quickly.
I'll let you do that with the chat. I'm gonna
Okay.
go get ready to take a shower and shit. So,
All right, man. That's cool.
because isn't it about Skeleton Crew?
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, it's about Hondo's ship.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not watching the show, so
Okay.
chat. Y'all know how I am. I'm not watching that show, so I don't think it's fitting for me to be here, anyways.
Don't trip. Y'all know how I am.
But yeah,
As Ice Cube said. Fuck. How far up in the goddamn chat is this link? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I found her. I found it. Oh, actually, I probably need to do it from over here, though.
oh yeah, that's a juicer too. It's like 38 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably not even watching that whole thing. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all do this one. Chad, I love you guys, man, but Marvel ain't for me, man.
Oh,
I
I remember
Star Wars right now.
Right. I remember how we got on football. It's because we were talking about the Creatures Commandos watch party tomorrow night, and I'm like, it's got to be early so I can watch my goddamn game.
That is true. That is very true.
Can I?
All right, y'all.
Up to that on that chat. I'll figure it out. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you.
Always fun. Always fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Love you too.
Yep.
You guys.
Let them know. Let them know about your channels. I know most of the people in here know, but in case someone on the replay is curious,
hey man,
guide them to you.
Got 2 channels. Justified Nerd is the one that I'm trying to start getting more back into, but I ain't gonna lie, it's a little tough right now because ain't shit for me to talk about as far as enjoyable stuff and not be toxic. Anyways, Justified MF, y'all can go find me. I will be actually live tomorrow playing Marvel freaking Rivals. Can't fucking wait. It's gonna be fucking sick. Dude, it's gonna be dope. I can't wait.
Yeah. So you're gonna be on tomorrow night too, then?
Yeah.
I think via the Rivals server.
Yeah. I'm not sure what exact time. I think it's 5 my time, 5 o'clock Central Time. Well, I'm not exactly sure. It might be 6. But we'll see. I'll be live hopefully when that starts.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be streaming with Josh, but we'll see.
Cool. Cool.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Have a
Much
good one.
love.
Peace.
Much love, brother. See ya.
Love you guys. Peace. I get out of this freaking studio.
I got you. See ya. All right. Can I click on that though? Can I right click on it? Ooh, maybe if I do that. No, I'm not doing that. And I can't get back to it in the chat. I could probably click on it. Dan, do me a favor, drop that link in the chat one more time, please, so I can get to it over here on the back end, because fucking StreamYard won't let me click on it except to show it. If you wouldn't mind. That would be cool. Then we can check this shit out. So if you would be so kind, I would appreciate it. It's quick if you skip to 3210. Okay, yeah. Yeah, drop that shizzle in there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Am I going to play with Josh? No. No. FPSs and I do not get along at all. I mean, I might. You're preloaded already, Daniel? Nice. Just real quick, did you guys hear about the fucking Game Pass? Let me tell you about the fucking Marvel Rivals Game Pass that I saw. It's $5 or season pass or whatever. It's $5, but unlike Apex and just about every other game out there with seasons, if you don't finish your season goals in that season, you don't have to start from scratch next season. It rolls over. So, like, say you're 90% at the end of the season, guess what? You're not just stuck with only 90% of that. You can finish your 10% off in the next season and then continue on. From what I understand from all the gamers that I talk to and stuff, that's pretty fucking cool. All right, so 3210. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting theory. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Pause. I said pause, ho. Okay. All right. We'll do that. All right, you guys ready for this new Rockstars video? Oh shit, hold on.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill, guys. Just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by one of the founders.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of the...
Yeah. Delta Dan allowed me to skip most of your bullshit, Eric Voss.
It's not how I would have described Aldani when we saw it in Andor. Like, it wasn't sulfurous. It just makes me really worried that the beautiful terrain might have been destroyed by the Empire after the Eye of Aldani incident. SM-33 prepares to jump to hyperspace to go to the port, and the rat creature crawls back into the eye hole because it's his home and he feels safe there. Back on Ad-Aden, the safety droid's heads are now just flashlights, and when they beam through the ferns, again, it kind of looks like the opening shots of E.T. Wendell tells him that the kids broke past the barrier in the ship, and the droids say it's a major violation, and a supervisor will not be happy, probably. So again, there's just a mystery here on why Ad-Aden is so closed off and what the supervisor's really tasked with doing. Rim and Neil find two skeletons, one of which is stabbed through the chest, kind of like Mikey finding One-Eyed Willie in the Inferno and the Goonies. Wim finds two pirate hats, a telescope-looking device, and an object resembling a compass, which would be interesting for Star Wars because the magnetic north of each planet would be different. We see a hat with bandolier bullets on it, but yeah, there's got to be more to the story of who these two skeletons were inside the Onyx Cinder and what they were looking for on Ad-Aden. Based on the age, it seems like they were looking for it pre-Empire, maybe as far back as the Old Republic. But if it was just during like the Clone Wars or the time period of the Phantom Menace, we could be looking at something connected to the Confederacy of Independent Systems. Either way, as a lost...
It's so much older than the Clone Wars. They literally say Old Republic credits, you schmuck.
Fanatic, I just love the mystery posed by two skeletons next to each other. They arrive at Port Borgo. Now, docked at this port is the large ship that we saw in the opening scene of episode 1, and now you can see the top has these stripes painted on it, recalling the stripes of Gorian Shard's ship from The Mandalorian. So this group of pirates must be connected to him. When the trailer footage dropped showing this port, eagle-eyed fans caught Hondo Onaka's ship among the docked ships. So our favorite pirate smuggler from Clone Wars and Rebels, who greets us on the way into Smuggler's Run at Galaxy's Edge, might show up on Skeleton Crew. Port Borgo security's turrets follow the Onyx Cinder as it floats past, telling us that they must recognize and respect the old school vessel. Like later, Brutus questions why it wasn't immediately shown. They arrive at Port Borgo. Now, docked at this port is the large ship that we saw in the opening scene of episode 1, and now you can see the top has these stripes painted on it, recalling the stripes of Gorian Shard's ship from The Mandalorian. So this group of pirates must be connected to him. When the trailer footage dropped showing this port, eagle-eyed fans caught Hondo Onaka's ship among the docked ships.
I'm just looking. I mean, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got the doodad there. That appears to be the same gun turret. I just wish he'd have put up a rear view shot of the ship to match that, instead of trying to extrapolate what the ass end of this looks like compared to this, or what the front end of this looks like compared to that. But there are definitely some similarities. There's no way I can say that's not Hondo's ship. And if that actually is Hondo's ship, the question then becomes, is that just a fun little Easter egg? Like, they like to throw in there like, ooh, let's see how many people see this. Or are we actually going to get one Hondo Onaka? Now, what the fuck? Stop that. Like I said earlier, I would be goddamn ecstatic if they bring Hondo Onaka into this. I would lose my motherfucking shit. Shut up. I would lose my goddamn mind. It would be so awesome. Dan says, I feel like it's an Easter egg, but I hope not. I mean, yeah. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real here. The odds of it being anything more than an Easter egg are pretty fucking small. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves. The odds are not great, right? But I mean, the people behind this show are talented people. Matt Shackman's talented. A lot of the directors are quite talented, although they really don't have any control over story. But Shackman's a talented dude. I can't remember the name of the guy that he co-created with, but he's got a pretty impressive resume. So while the odds are greatly in favor of that being just an Easter egg, as talented as those guys are, if they have the knowledge, and if that's not just, a knowledgeable person doing the renders that just decided to throw that in for fun, I'll just say it's highly unlikely, but not impossible. And so maybe it means we will see him later on too, Ahsoka 2 or Mando Heir to the Empire. I mean, that could mean that. That could be just an Easter egg for this show, but a tease for something more going forward. For sure. Well, Easter eggs can be canon, as Matt says, like the Millennium Falcon in the prequels, and then not be like Outrider in Star Wars Special Edition. I mean, yeah, that is true. We need the Hondo Ezra reunion. We need a Hondo Ahsoka reunion, bro. I would love to see a Hondo Ahsoka reunion. That would be sick. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I mean, that did look like his ship. And it probably only is just a fun little Easter egg. But, that obviously fits quite thematically with the show, given that Onaka was essentially a pirate. Got to get her back to the main galaxy first. Oh, yeah, true. That's very true. Yeah, her and Sabine are stuck on Peridia. Yeah, I mean, we could get Hondo and Ezra chilling in Ahsoka season 2 in the regular galaxy. Who knows? He could play a part in getting her back from Peridia. What do you mean Ahsoka is trapped in another galaxy? We must get her. I, Hondo Onaka, will help bring Ahsoka back. As I thought it was cool, EU is partially canon, like Coruscant, double-bladed lightsabers, Ayla Secura. And the actress that played Ayla Secura was so fucking hot. Theory time, theory time, theory time, theory time, as Paul would say. You talking my theory time or your theory time? I would love to know what your theory is. What's your theory? What'd be cool? Because you remember we were talking about how Jude Law gave that interview, said we'll find out a lot about him in episode 7. What if part of what we found out about him is a close association with one Hondo Onaka? Yours. I was doing Paul's voice too as I typed it. Awesome. That's fucking great. But I mean, that could be a cool tie-in. Like Hondo's familiar with that crew, but they bring him in via Jude Law rather than the pirates on that big old ship. I think that'd be pretty sweet. I mean, just with all the Rebels era characters and Clone Wars characters they've brought in. I mean, not there's a shit ton of them, but they've brought enough of them in, and I don't think this is a me thing. I'm pretty sure Hondo was like a broadly popular character. So it would really only make sense to bring him into live action. And it would really make a lot of sense to bring him into live action in this show. But on the other hand, regardless of who created it, this is still Lucasfilm, so who the fuck knows? They obviously don't know how to treat legacy characters. So there's that. He says, George would never allow Mara Jade to show up, though. They snuck her into the non-canon Return of the Jedi radio play. Yeah, that's true. But George don't own that shit anymore. The problem with getting Mara Jade into Star Wars now is the executives at Lucasfilm. That's the only impediment. I'd be willing to bet like money, a large amount of money I borrowed from the mob, that if it was up to Filoni, Mara Jade would already have been seen in some fashion or another. She would be current canon if it was up to Dave, I imagine. Yeah, we need some smugglers pirates for the movies. I mean, yeah. They're smugglers pirates, especially when you're dealing with the Outer Rim. They're a very integral part to the story. Oh, and just another fun little tidbit I heard earlier. I can't remember where. But allegedly that Port Borgo that I like to call Tortuga in space for pirates, is in a reasonably on a galactic scale close in proximity to Mandalore. Dye Sydney Sweeney's hair red and make her Mara Jade. That would get asses in seats. And a lot of sticky theater floors is what also that would get. And it says, I wanted Boba Fett. I have no idea what that show was. Well, neither did Disney. They, in my opinion, they definitely need to bring Tamura back for, if not in Ahsoka season 2, then for sure for the Star Wars Avengers movie that Filoni's planning. Like, that's a must. If he's not brought back in that movie, I'm gonna fucking, I'd say I'd rip my hair out, but I'll lose my goddamn mind. I'll tell you that much. I will be shitting all over Lucasfilm and Dave Filoni if they don't bring Boba back for the heir to the Empire or whatever the fuck that he's doing. They did the bounty hunter thing with Mando. Yeah, but bounty hunters and pirates are not quite the same. They do some of the same things, and they run in a lot of the same circles, like, you know, when planets and shit, but pirates is different. We riot, exactly. I mean, there's always that one section of the fandom that's constantly toxic, but if they don't bring Boba Fett back for that fucking movie, I think even the hyper positives would lose their goddamn minds. Excluding Boba Fett from that movie, I think would unite. It'd be a fucked up thing, but I think that would be one of the very few things that could unite the entire fandom, like for reals. Yeah, shunning Boba Fett would like set everyone across the entire spectrum of the fandom off. I think it wouldn't be Star Wars Avengers. I assume you mean without Boba. Yeah. Yeah, and that's dead ass. Like that would just be ridiculous. Pirates of the Caribbean is this Disney series they wanted to remake without Depp. You mean Skeleton Crew? Kinda. I mean, there's definitely a lot of and obviously it's a pirate show, so there's going to be some similarities to Pirates of the Caribbean in general. But I feel like there's some specific homages that I can't recall them off the top of my head, but I remember thinking about it when we were watching it on the watch party Monday night. So, yeah. All right. This might be the shortest stream I've done in a while, but I got nothing else that I wanted to talk about tonight. You guys got anything? Obviously, you know I'll hang out and chit chat about whatever, but I have exhausted my planned subject matter, as it were. They wanted Margot to direct. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Was that a series? I thought that was supposed to be a movie. Or did they start thinking movie and then maybe think series instead of a movie? Could have swore that was supposed to be a movie, at least initially. Yeah, I remember that. That first scene was for sure Pirates of the Caribbean when the ship shot the spike things into the ship and boarded. Yeah. Yeah. It was that opening sequence was probably, in terms of reminding me of other projects, I would say that opening sequence for me was probably 70% A New Hope and 75% A New Hope and 25% Pirates. It was a bit more violent, like personally violent, I think, than the scene from A New Hope. Like you saw that one. What is that? I think the Gran, I believe they are. Get its one eye stalk shot. You know, when they're at Port Borgo, you saw the one dude have his arm shoved onto the grill, and then the rest of his face cooked when the kids flipped that bowl onto the thing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of New Hope, but I would say it was New Hope with a bit of a darker turn. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Super short stream compared to what I normally do, but I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck out. That scene and when the droid was protecting the kids and burnt with his shields heated up from the blaster fire were cool. Yes. Oh yeah, that's right. He used that heated up shield to cook another dude's face. What's up, Travis? Skeleton Crew reminded you of Billy Madison in space? Never really considered that one before. They cut the scene of Ben beheading someone in the cantina with a lightsaber. Yeah, that's not surprising. That's only one of two scenes in at least in the numbered movies where they actually show blood. There's just the one arm cutting off scene in the cantina in A New Hope. And then there's the dying stormtrooper that wipes a bit of his blood on Finn's face at the beginning of Force Awakens. And that is it. Star Wars is pretty bloodless other than that. Came from a Mifune movie? Okay. Cool. Cool. But, yeah. I've talked all the stuff I want to talk about. Frankly, I'm a bit tired. Kurosawa. Ah, nice. I keep meaning to go back and watch me a bunch of Kurosawa, and I just never quite get around to it. Part of the long list of shit I want to get to, but still haven't gotten around to it. So, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. All right. Instead of going my usual 8 times saying I'm going to dip, I'm stopping it at like 4 or 5. Excuse me. So, reminder, tomorrow we are going to do the Creature Commandos watch party. The first 2 episodes drop, I think, they're doing the stupid ass midnight 3 a.m. bullshit. So we'll kind of have to put ourselves in a bit of a bubble during the day tomorrow. But we'll do that watch party a half hour earlier than I normally go. We'll go at 8:30. Well, yeah, we'll go at 8:30. We'll probably futz around till like 8:45 or so. Let people get in, chit chat for a bit. But my Lions are playing the Packers in a big ass divisional game tomorrow night, and I want to watch at least a fair chunk of it. So tomorrow night, 8:30, Creature Commandos watch party. And I still find it hilarious that Josh now wants to watch it just because of the things that Grace hated about it. That shit is so hilarious. And mind you, I kind of agree with him. Like, sex, violence, I'm down. So yeah, 8:30 tomorrow night for the watch party. Amazingly enough, I will not be streaming either here or anywhere else on Friday night, and we'll be right back here Saturday night like usual. So, and that'll be back at 9 at the usual time. So tomorrow night, 8:30, Creature Commandos watch party. And then Saturday night at 9, like usual, where we'll probably talk about Creature Commandos some more. And then, whatever the fuck comes up news-wise between now and then. And that's what we got coming up. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you hanging out and talking. Listening to me, giving your input, all that kind of fun stuff. I always have a good time with you guys. I hope you always have a good time with me. And we will see you all tomorrow night for the Creature Commandos watch party. All right. Much love, everyone. See ya. Yay. That was a good stream, y'all. Shorter than I usually go, I know, but still a damn good stream. Hell of a lot of fun talking all this stuff with you guys. I hope you have as much fun as I have. I hope y'all have a good day tomorrow. I hope y'all stay safe. And then we'll be right back here tomorrow night at 8:30 checking out the first 100% official product from James Gunn's DCU. So see you tomorrow night at 8:30. See you Saturday night at 9. In the meantime, be safe. Do your best you can to be happy. And always remember, wherever you're at and whoever you're with, always keep it nerdy. Much love, y'all. Peace. And don't forget to hit all the buttons if you haven't done so. Like, subscribe, notification bell, leave comments on the replay. Love you.